Hey there everyone, Maria Marquis here, and in this video, we're going to talk about how you can save time using crossdock so you don't need to replicate data over and over again. Now, when it comes to Coda, you can bring in data from multiple sources, and there's a few ways to do it. Remember, you can always go over here to the New Page option, click on that little drop down and choose New Embed. You can bring anything from the internet here into your Coda doc, including other Coda docs, so that's always available. But sometimes we just need the table. We don't need the whole thing. For example, I've got this team roster, and it's got all of the pictures of people, their names, their role, location, and a fun fact about them. Now, if I'm going to make a new project doc, I may need this information. I could replicate it, but then that's going to take time. Also, I might make a mistake. And what if our team changes? I want to be able to have those changes available too. That's where crossdock is going to be so helpful. So what I'll do to be able to start my project doc and have that team roster available is go here to Insert. I'm going to search for crossdock. There it is. I can just choose from another doc right here. And now I just search for the doc that I'm looking for. There it is, the Our Team roster doc. If I click on that, it shows me all of the tables that are inside. And here it is, that handy little team roster. I'm just going to drag it, drop it, and all that table data is going to be loaded into this doc right now. And there it is. I see all of the names, pictures, role, location, everything that I need. Now, the nice thing about crossdock is you're always going to have the up-to-date information. For example, let's say that a new person is joining the team. Her name happens to be Maria Marquis. She's deciding that today she'd like to be an engineer. Why not? Then her location is the moon, and her fun fact is I can jump really high because it is the moon. You know, no gravity, right? So now if I go back to our project doc, I'll see the last time this information was synced. So I'll know, oh, when has that happened? And you can also decide to edit the type of syncing you're available and also refresh that sync just by clicking on that little swoopy arrow. It'll then load in all of that information, so I know that I'm now going to have the most up-to-date details. And if I scroll down, there it is, Maria Marquis, the engineer on the moon. Now, let's take a look at this little edit option, because sometimes with crossdock, we don't need the whole data set, but just a part of it. If you click on Edit, here's where you can decide the settings. So for example, you could say, do I want this table to refresh manually? Or maybe daily, like every day, take a look at that data set and give me what we got. Or maybe hourly. You can also do that too. Then under settings, you can decide a few other things. For example, how many rows do you want to have come over? Only 100, 1,000, 10,000? Really thinking about the volume that makes sense for you. Then you can also say, hey, add the newly found columns. And also you can choose to keep those unsynced rows right here. So it's a way for you to determine exactly what you need. So crossdock allows you to make sure that you don't have to replicate data and spend your valuable time dealing with that administrative stuff. So now it's your turn. Think about the type of data that you and your team use over and over again, and crossdock it over. All right, I'll see you next time.